We were told, as soon as the movie started, that this time is 300 years after the World War. It's time, i.e. a world 300 years ago. There was a war in which the whole world, it was destroyed, where we got a spaceship is shown on which a whole. The world was uninhabited and the occupants of the spaceship people throw their garbage on the ground. One day a doctor was found among that garbage. Meet a robot, and it is no ordinary robot, it was not. Rather, it was a robot whose half of the body is human, but half, the doctor, is of the body machine. That robot picks him up and brings him to his home, and he repairs the robot properly, gives a new body, and then the next day, that robot wakes up, who was a girl, and she was very happy to get a new body. Then that robot. The doctor asks who I am, and how did I come here? Where did I come from? Now because the doctor himself does not know this, where did she come from? That's why, doctor doesn't tell him anything, but the doctor tells us that when you half of your body was found in the garbage, was destroyed, but which was yours. The brain was there, it was alive, it was active, and after I have repaired your body, it was absolutely fine. That is, we added another body. Doctor added it to you after that. He shows the world this robot city. She becomes very happy after seeing it, and she also sees the spaceship, and she talks to the doctor. She asks, what is this thing, or is this someone world on, which the doctor tells him that this was the only city left after World War, and its name is Sky City, and life is good in Sky City. Someone wants to go there but rich people live, and this world of ours, poor people live there. And that's why the doctor gives Robert a name. He calls him that from today onwards, your name is Alita. Alita becomes very happy after hearing the name. The doctor also tells Alita that the land, all the people living in Sky City. Because Sky City, there are a lot of farms and factories in. There is industries. After that, there is Alita meets a boy named Hugo. When Hugo looks at Alita's body, so he praises her a lot, because his body was a robot's body, which Alita was quite powerful, and Hugo was good. Become friends. That same night in the city, the girl actually gets murdered. There was a serial killer in the city who killed girls, used to capture and murder them, and later their body parts were sold. That same night, Alita sees the doctor. Alita, who was returning home from somewhere outside, she sees that the doctor has blood on his hands. Seeing what has happened, she thinks that the city, the murders that are taking place in India, i.e., the killers, he must be none other than a doctor. Then the next day, his wife went to see the doctor. Comes because there is separation between them. Here we come to know that the body that the doctor put on Alita is real. I have his daughter's body now because the daughter was dead. So they, after giving the body to Alita, Hugo, take Alita to play games with you. And this game was quite famous in the city. Alita impresses everyone because she plays this game very well. And even after Alita wins that game, Hugo taking Alita to his favorite place. It was the roof of a building from where the entire city was visible and the sky from here. The city was also visible very close there, but there is also a very big pipe. Hugo tells that everything from Sky City to the ground. The goods come through this pipe only, and pretty hard to get to Sky City. I am working, and you see, I will go there one day. Alita asks, what does Sky City look like, on which Hugo tells him the doctor told him. Actually picked it up from the garbage, and that this means the garbage was from Sky City. That you came from Sky City. But Alita didn't remember anything about it, and she had actually forgotten all her past. He lost his memory, and then the next day, the doctor goes out of the house, and Alita she goes after them while chasing. And here, but Alita learns that the doctor, he is not a killer, but a warrior hunter. Hunters are those who kill killers. Kill, and later the bodies of those killers is taken to the factory, where you get a huge amount in return. Here, Alita would have found out about the doctor. There's a killer coming there soon. And this was the killer who was in the city. Keeps killing the girls who live. Then Alita bravely fought against that killer, competes, and she beats him so much that forces him to run away. And another killer in killing Alita. Take the killer's head to the factory but they got money in exchange for the killer's head. Meet Dr. Alita after this. The story tells that after all, he is a warrior hunter. He explains how he became and why he became. It's a matter of time when my daughter and wife used to live together, and then one day he made a robot. And that robot, he came into the house and took away their daughter. After this incident, the doctor was sent to that robot. I got very angry, and the doctor said his made robot broke and killed him, and since then the doctor has become a warrior hunter. After this, we are shown a man whose name is Vector. Vector was the owner of the race game being held in the city, and Vector himself conducted this game. And along with the Vector, we also include the doctor's wife, are able to see. And here we find that the doctor's wife is actually a Vector got along because Vector told them, promised that he would take them to Sky City, will send. And this is why the doctor's wife, she herself is a doctor, but she is a Vector. Then we use the same robot, who was killed by Alita last night. He goes to the robot Vector and Alita tells me the condition of such a body has done on which Vector him quite bad. Well, he says, you got beaten by a girl. The robot says she is not a child. Rather, he is very powerful, Vector, that robot. Now your job is you killed Alita and brought her in front of me. Hugo Alita has to come again. The same race game, he takes Alita to show her. Also tells who is the winner of this game. This thing sends him to Sky City. Alita becomes very happy after hearing this, and then Hugo also takes Alita to see a ship. He says that this ship is 300 years old, which is the enemy ship. Alita, when she sees the ship, that ship attracts her a lot. That's why Alita jumps into the water, and Alita goes to the ship in that ship. High-tech body is also available, Alita that body. She comes to the doctor with this, and she tells the doctor that this body is mine. Replace the body, i.e. he'd fit this body with, but the doctor refuses to do this. It is said that this body is quite powerful, because it has a lot of weapons attached to it. And if this body fits with you, if given this, you will become quite dangerous. You will kill dangerous people and destroy the city. Alita will destroy you after hearing this refusal. Alita gets very angry after this. Alita goes to the factory there. Decides that from now on, she will also be a warrior. She goes to a club with Hugo, where all the hunters of the city were sitting. And she instigates everyone that Vector's robot should be killed because he is the killer who kills all the girls in the city. Killing other people too. One of them is Hunter Alita's joke. He makes it and says that you are in size. If you are so little, then how can you help someone? You will kill, and how did you become a warrior hunter? Yes. After hearing this, Alita beats him. She fights back, and he falls back. All the hunters were quite surprised to see this. Let's go there. In a short time, Vector robot arrives, which is now quite large in size. Had grown up because the doctor's wife. That robot was upgraded as soon as it arrived. Attacks Alita. And in return, Alita also attacks him, and he kills the robot. Come to an underground place to save. When he goes, Alita also follows him. Comes into the underground place, and here, there is a fierce fight between the two. But in the end, that robot kills Alita and cuts his body into pieces. But within no time, the doctor and Hugo arrives, who is very fond of that robot. Compete and beat him a lot, and burn his body then life to save. That robot would have run away from there. The doctor is taking Alita's mutilated body home. Alita's body is completely destroyed. It was over now because the doctor had to go and there is no option. That's why that body. Alita, who ships him, found from. It was the next morning when Alita woke up. If it is, then he feels very good. Because now he had got a new body, which it was quite powerful. It had weapons, and that body fire can also be produced with the help of. And Alita is very happy after getting a new body. The next day, Alita goes to meet Hugo. When Hugo gets to show her his new body, when he sees her body, he becomes very happy. Goes and he likes her body very much. Yes, he gets quite impressed here. Hugo tells Alita that I am Sky, I want to go to the city as soon as possible, but every person needs some money to go there. Many points are required, and this points can be gained by either killing someone, or you can win that race game. Alita Hugo can feel her heart after hearing this. She takes it out and says, take this, take my heart and sell it. In return, you will get some points, and you then go to Sky City and Alita's. The heart that exists is not a normal heart, but it would have a lot of powers, and that heart is so powerful. It is from this heart that the whole city will be blessed for many months. Electricity can be available till there are many powerful lights in the heart, but by taking Hugo Alita's heart, refuses and says no, you don't need it. You keep your heart safe, because your heart is very important, and says, do you want to participate in the race? 'Cause I think you should, in this race, can win, and if you win, then this thing that both of them will go to Sky City. Hearing this, Alita immediately agrees, and she get ready to participate in the race, and all this for Hugo wanted to do it because she liked Hugo. After this, we look at the Vector who hires some killers and hunters to kill Alita. He tells everyone that, if you kill Alita in the race, I will give you all 5 million points, which it is very important to go to Sky City. Then we see the hunter who Alita had hit a lot in the club, and she wanted to take revenge from Alita on insult. And now he was going to take this revenge from Hugo. Hunter takes all the blame after killing a man, puts it on Hugo now because but he was accused of killing someone, that's why he. On the other hand, Alita had become a killer. Let's see who participated in the race, and the race was about to start. All the killers in. They all go after Alita. That's why they attack Alita. But Alita was no less than anyone. That's why he fought them all one by one. She keeps on killing. Only then, Alita comes to her, receives a call from Hugo, who tells him that that hunter is after me, and he, Alita, wants to kill. Then that race leaves and goes to save Hugo. When Alita reaches Hunter, she beats him badly, while the whole city. It is shown that Hugo becomes a killer, has gone, and there was a charge on it, i.e. whatever will find him. He will get $3 million, and only then city's there to kill Hugo. The police arrive because everyone believed that Hugo is a killer and needs to be killed. That's why everyone tells Alita that she kill Hugo, but Alita kills Hugo, doesn't kill. While the hunter wields a sword, kills Hugo. And over here Hugo counting his last breaths and watching. Suddenly Hugo dies, and then there. But the doctor's wife arrives and tells Alita. She says that you cut off Hugo's head because we will add a body along with its head and make its body a robotic body. We'll give because the doctor's wife has changed now. She was gone, she became better, and she was like this because wanted to do so. That Hugo again. Come alive, and here's Alita like that. And she goes to Hugo to show everyone, cuts off his head and brings it in front of everyone. But later, I took Hugo's head to the doctor. She goes where the doctor will perform the operation, and let's put another body with the head of, on which Hugo comes back to life, which makes both Alita and Hugo very happy. Because now Alita is also nearby. Dr. Alita had a body like that of a robot. Tells that Vector is a fraud with everyone cheats everyone because he cheats everyone and says that by paying, I will take you all to Sky City, while any person in Sky City is not interested in money. Sky City, I can't go. Only those people can go, are those who were born there but we can also live and go away from this world. Also, only those people can go to Sky City. Who will be the winner of that race? Don't even go. The doctor also tells Alita that I and my wife was born in Sky City, and we are treating our daughter here. Had come to get it done, and just then he was here. Alita got very angry after hearing that she was trapped, and she went to kill Vector. Alita goes straight to the factory and all the Vector machines there are. She attacks Alita, but now Alita had a body that was quite powerful. That's why Alita keeps killing everyone one by one to destroy all the machines and robots. Now Alita goes to kill Vector. Then there was a robot from Vector arrives and attacks Alita, due to which Alita gets injured and falls down. She goes and then Alita remembers her past. That means his memory has now returned. Alita sees that she was lost. She was a fighter and Alita fought in that world war. Had also participated in, which from today it happened about 300 years ago, but in that war, all the friends of Alita were killed. But after injuring Alita, also destroy the entire body and garbage it. Everything I remember, that all this happened in Sky City. The owner is doing it, and he is the one who has done all the work for Alita. Had also killed his companions, and here Alita. I remember that my mission is I killed the owner of Sky City, to be inserted when Alita remembers all these things, so she becomes very emotional that she lost all his friends and he had to suffer a lot. He also gets angry, and then that robot Alita attacks, and Alita uses her sword. With the help of that robot, she breaks it into 2 pieces. And then, Alita stabs Vector with that sword too, and the Vector also dies there. Then Alita gets a call from the doctor. Comes who tells him that you go Sky climbing those pipes going towards the city. Then Alita also followed him up. Goes and tells him that you want Sky. There is no need to go to the city, because there is nothing above us. Then we will live together in this world." Hearing these words of Alita, Hugo would have agreed. But on top of that, he is the owner of Sky City, was watching everything, and that is why he leaves one of his weapons, which Hugo's entire body in different parts. She gets cut off, but then Alita grabs her hand. She takes it, but Alita misses her hand. That's why he goes and falls down a lot. Alita would have been very sad to lose Hugo. And she starts crying. Now Alita decides. She says that she will go to Sky City, and Sky will not spare the owner of the city, kill him, because she will avenge Hugo's death. We see that Alita, the race has also been won, and she holds her sword up. The sky points towards the city, and that sky